Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Chloe and I'm a Disney collector from the UK. Now today's vlog is a bit of a different one. If some of you might have read my blogs or have seen my mental health story before, if you haven't seen that vlog, I will leave a card up above. I have been really suffering with anxiety, depression, and also I've recently been diagnosed with autism. So ever since that, I've got a big trip coming up soon, and I thought actually I need to do something for myself for when I go, because I need things that I know that I've got like a toolkit together for if I feel anxious, if I need a little pick-me-up. So I thought that actually there's probably a lot of you guys out there who do suffer with anxiety or are autistic, and I thought this might help give us some ideas of what to do and what to take with us when we go either for a day out or if we go on holiday or even just being at home, because you know it can happen at home. You know, if you feel anxious at home, you've got to pick me up. So, and I've decided to do it away from my Disney wall so that it's a bit calmer, more of a chilled video. So I will start off with something that my friend gave me for my birthday last year, and it is this. It is a little anxiety toolkit, and it is by a company called Sugar and Sloth, and I will leave them linked down below for you guys if you want to check out their products. And inside it comes with lots of goodies. So first of all, it comes with things like stickers, like a little postcard sort of thing saying celebrate the small things, lots of different stickers and like little things that you can stick on like your phone or anything you want really. Other things it came with was this little wristband, and it says on there, says I am safe, and it's one almost like a festival wristband, so you can have it tighter or looser, which I thought was a really good idea, because then if you know, you've got something to fiddle with around your wrist, and two, it's reminding you that wherever you are safe. Another thing that came with it, which I thought was really cool, is this little keyring set. Now this keyring set is brilliant because it has a form of mindfulness on it, and it is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So that is a really cool little thing to keep with you guys. So if you do feel panicky, you can take your mind and distract yourself by using the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. And it also has a really fluffy, cute little pom-pom on it for a little sensory toy to play with. Also in here, it does have a little notebook where you can write down all of these on a pad. Okay, so it's got the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then even at the bottom, self-care to do today, so that you know that you know, if there's something you think, do you know what, I really need a bit of time to myself, or I want to put a face mask on, or I need to have a half-hour nap, you know that you can write that down and it's okay to do. This kit does come with a pen, which I think is cool, and it says say I am calm on it as well, which I'm always up for. And again, just more little stickers and cards, and actually these are like grounding exercises which you can do, again a bit like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I also would recommend taking something like a hand cream, or just something like your little pamper products that make you feel really good throughout the day. A big thing for me is because of the autism, I'm very sensitive to noise. So we have 2 options. You either can take away with you your earplugs. So earplugs, I'll open it up for you so you can see what they look like. They are just little plastic earplugs that just slot in really, and it just takes the edge off the amount of noise that is in there. Mine come in a little tube. Mine are like musicians ones, because I had them since I was at college doing music. Or your other option is your headphones. Never, you know, you can have them in and not have anything playing. Like, a lot of the time I do know people that do that. I have my AirPods come with me because, you know, if I'm traveling on a train or bus or coach, whatever, I like to have music playing in my ears. So again, if you're sensitive to noise, then that's a great idea. Sensitive to light, then obviously sunglasses, and yeah, whatever you feel that will help you. Also, because the autism side of things, I would always recommend taking fidget toys. Now, this one is actually my favourite at the moment. I was enjoying the infinity cube, but I actually really like this. It is kind of like a mesh, but with a marble inside. And so you can push the marble around inside, or you can squidge it and stretch it, and it's a really nice thing to fiddle with, and it's quiet. Other cute little options that you have are obviously the infinity cube, where you just constantly are moving it around. A really popular one, your fidget poppy things, I don't know what they're called. Little gooey things, like some people like the feel of these. You can get them in different sizes, lots of different feels to them. I got this little box actually full. Not all of these came in, I got 2 boxes, but this one was only £5 from the works, and it had 10 items in it. So yes, and I would always just make sure that you have something with you that you can fiddle with, because I do find that if I am sat talking to someone, I like to have something to fiddle with. And obviously picking up your phone can be quite rude. You can look quite rude, and I'd never want people to think I'm being rude. So yes, fidget toys, and yeah. And also, if you are planning on going away, try out the different fidget toys before you go, just so then you can find which one is working the best for you. So my main one that would come with me now would be the thing, I don't know what they're called, just marbly, stretchy, squidgy thing. Right, another big one. So obviously some people are, some people aren't, but if you are, take your medication, okay? Take it. Make sure that that is the first thing that you pack in your day bag, your holiday suitcase, wherever you're going. If you take medication and you need it, make sure it's packed, because the last thing that you want is the stress of getting to somewhere or wherever you're going, oh my god, I don't have any medication with me. Then you've got that whole stress, and then it's going to ruin your trip, your day, your holiday, whatever you're doing. So make sure you have your medication with you. Next is kind of back on the subject of something to do. You can get these tiny little puzzle crossword books from Tesco's, and basically any place that sells magazines, so newsagents. Specifically, the one I would really recommend to take with you is a word search, because the reason being that is because I find that if my head's going mad, me trying to answer a question for a crossword, I'm like, there's no way I can think of the answer. Whereas a word search, you just have to find a word. So you look at word, okay, for example, here's one here, first word, cabbage, right, okay, look for that. It's the most straightforward puzzle I think that you can get. But obviously, if there are ones that you really, really like, there's arrow words, there's Sudokus, there's crosswords, there's code breakers. If you like them, then you find that puzzle that works for you. Or colouring. Now, I haven't actually done this one yet. This is a colouring by number book. I got this from the range, I think, a long time ago. And basically, it is what it says. You know, instead of paint by numbers, you colour by numbers. But actually, and it comes with like your little pack of pencils. I think this is such a handy little kit to take away, especially on holiday. If you're going on like a plane or wherever you're going, then this is great to have with you, just in case you think, do you know what, I'm really bored. And then I find that when I'm bored, my head starts going of like thinking of all the things that can even possibly go wrong, or oh my god, I want to go home, blah 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 blah. So yes, big one. Now, as for an autistic person, I find sensory things really help. So I like touch. So that's why I find the fidget toys really work for me. Now, if you have seen on my channel, I probably more on my Instagram I've talked about this. I last year made a Build-A-Bear. Now this, I called him Bugsy because I built him on the same day I went to see Bugsy Malone the musical. And basically, if you feel that you need to take a teddy bear with you, take your teddy bear. He's going to come with me. He came with me. I went to the Harry Potter studio tour. Obviously, he is a Harry Potter bear. But I took him with me and I was so much more relaxed. So much more relaxed. If you Disney people or non-Disney people feel that you need something a bit smaller than a full-size bear, then I recommend for Disney people, Noimos I've found are great, or even Munchlings now. I've just been looking at my collection and thinking, do you know what? I reckon Munchlings would be a pretty good shout. So, and then I know also if you're not a Disney person, Squishmallows are really huge. Now, I have literally been holding back so much as to not to go to the shop and buy Squishmallows because they look adorable. Probably when I'm back from this trip, I will have to go and buy some Squishmallows, obviously Disney ones. But yeah, oh my god. So yeah, and I know they do little mini squish, I think they're called Squishville, and you can get them in Tesco's. I have seen them in Tesco's and they're tiny ones. So check them out and have a look online of, actually the Squishmallows I reckon are quite cool. I have been to like this place to learn a bit more about my autistic self, and they said that like Squishmallows are mad at the moment, so I highly recommend using them. Now, last couple of bits that I'm going to say is, one, I found that these are great. This is a create this book, same as like a Wreck-It journal. And at each page you have to do something different. So if you feel like you need something where you're not either just drawing all the time, then I feel this is great because it gives you activities on each page. And finally, the last one I'm going to say is your journal, diary. I have two. So I have a diary where I write, okay, today I went to the shop, or I went to the park, or I went for a walk. Whereas this book here, it says smile and the world smiles with you. It's a happiness journal, where I have counselling for my mental health and my autism. My therapist, or counsellor, writes down in here like little bits just to help me get through, really. So just like, for example, this is what she wrote in it once. My thoughts don't define me. My feelings don't define me. Today, I can choose to change my thoughts and not attach a feeling. Now, there are little bits in this book. I've written down achievements. I've written down goals in this book. I've written down how to get to goals. And also she's written little bits like that in it. So if you have a book like that, then I highly recommend taking it with you, because if you ever feel that, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this, you know, sometimes, and it is hard, I'm not saying it's an easy thing, then you've got this book to go, well, actually, in here, it says this. I'm trying to find another one for you. Here you go. Many people will give you advice with good intentions, but it doesn't mean it's correct. You still have free will and choices. You know you better than anyone. Trust your instincts and realise your decisions are okay. So, like I say, this book it keeps me going, because if I feel on a low, I pick up this book, I look at it, and then I go, actually, I'm all right. Okay. Now, this video is nearly 15 minutes long, so I hope this has helped. I would say I read a lot. I'm currently reading this Walt Disney book. But I find that if my head is distracted and I pick up a book, I find it hard to really focus on what I'm reading. Normally because, like, if I'm anxious, my brain's thinking at 1,000 miles an hour, and there's no way I can concentrate on a storyline or anything like that. So if reading does work for you, then pop it in your book. In your bag. Pop it in your bag. If it's there and you need it, great. I do take my Nintendo Switch with me. Obviously, that is a tough choice for some people because they are so expensive. Mine, I just find it so useful to have mine with me. If I could take another thing with me, I would take my weighted Pooh Bear. He's really heavy. I would take him because he's lovely. But yeah, you guys find what works for you. I just thought I'd pop a little video up and showing actually these are the things that work for me a bit better. And if you think they are going to work for you, great. So please hit like if you enjoyed this. Comment down below if you found that any of these, you know, have worked for you, or if you guys can suggest anything for me, because, you know, I'm always open to new options and trying new things, which will be great. Please subscribe. It really does help me out, and I love doing these videos for you guys. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you again really soon. Bye guys.